for NFL Seeing the Futures. Ooh. Okay, taking a look at some receiving yard totals for second-year wide receivers. Kenny, let's start with Justin Jefferson, 1325.5. What do we think, over or under?
Yeah, I'm going to go with over. Look, this guy had 14,000 yards on the dot last year. Kirk Cousins is a guy that just consistently produces 4,000 yards, and he is just so full of talent. I think that he's going to continue to get better and better as he gets into his second year in the NFL. And the biggest thing here is I'm just not really, worried about Chad Beebe. I'm not worried about Herb Smith Jr., Kyle Rudolph no longer in the mix, BC Johnson. I mean, the only real competitor for targets here is going to be Adam Thielen, and he really kind of had a down year last year. He's very talented. I love Adam Thielen, but it's really just a two-man passing attack with a guy that's throwing a lot. Dalvin Cook's going to get some receptions as well. But Justin Jefferson, it's a high number, but it's one that I'm going to take the over on just because I see him getting even better, getting more targets than he did last year, and it was a monster year for him in 2020.
Geoff, you want to take the over too?
I actually don't. I know the natural inclination here for people is going to be seeing, a great young receiver in Justin Jefferson, averaged almost 16 yards per reception last year. We got to go over, but I'd rather go under here. I mean, this is just a massive total for a wide receiver to hit. I mean, that's the biggest thing. When the totals get this high, really got to think, is this the perfect storm that's going to hit here? And I don't really think it is. The Vikings last year, they were a team whose defense really tanked late in the year, and it led to a lot of Kirk Cousins' high passing performances. Cousins over his last 7 games attempted 35 or more passes in all of those games. Now, you've got Mike Zimmer as a head coach. This is not a coach who wants to get into run and gun shootouts. This is a coach who wants to run the ball. He legitimately fired one of his OCs mid-season because of that. So I think you're going to see the Vikings revert a little bit. I think their defense will be a little bit better this year. And look, they've got some weaker games against the Lions and things. So I think Cousins' pass attempts could go down here. Jefferson could absolutely hit this. He is that good a receiver, but this is just too big a total for me to want to take the over. So I'm on the under on this one.